Well, off season has been, you only get to go 4 hours a week with the ball, and so honestly, it's been a little tough to string some days together. We're excited to get, multiple days a week where we really can just get after it, stack days, and really compete, and just continue to get better every day. I think that's just where probably everybody's at, and I don't think we're any different. Like we've just got to continue to get better every day, really come in with a competitive mindset, and just get after it. I think it's going to be one of those seasons where we've got to get everybody caught up. Like we have 4 freshmen, trying to get them caught up, continue to try to challenge our upperclassmen because there is just a different, different level of competition there just from experience. I mean, the league, you just don't know what it is until you go through it and until you get beat a couple times and individually and it starts to show up in the games, you think you're going to be okay. And so I think that's where it's just we need to be competing every day. And so this group has some really high expectations for themselves. And then, of course, rankings and all that, or for the fans, we just have to go about doing our business every day and trying to get better every single day. And then you hope by the end you get there. I think it could be a great season. I think the main thing is we want to be in the top 4, and just because you get ranked 3rd doesn't mean that you're there yet. And I can tell you from our practices, we're not there yet. And so this league is it'll make a fool of you if you're not working every day. It'll keep you very honest and very humble. And so I think our trick is to do that to ourselves every day, and then maybe we'll surprise ourselves. But we finished 4th last year, so typically that's kind of where you fall at, is wherever you finished last year. But I think it's important for our group to realize that we're a different team, and we're going to have to make our own headway. What you did last year doesn't matter. The season before we got picked 8th, we thought we could finish 6th, and we really exceeded everybody else's expectations, let alone our own. I think we had aspirations to make it to the national tournament, and we got in. And so I think that the expectation for this group is that they want to get back to the national tournament, but it doesn't matter what you want. It's what you work for, and I think we have the pieces, but there's a lot of other teams that are going to try to get in the way. Yeah, Grace's personality is a lot of fun, and it can be very intense, and then it can be, just she has a strong personality in a great way, and the thing is she can give a lot of confidence to those around her, and I just tell her that she has more moxie than any player I've been around, and it's not her own confidence, like it's not just how much she has in herself, that comes from how hard she works. I would be hard pressed to say that we have anybody that works harder than her. We might have a couple that are close, but that's where her confidence comes from, and that's what all coaches talk about. But her moxie is that she gives confidence to those around her, and that's what really separates her as a leader, and that's what I appreciate so much about her. And she's really grown into more of a mature leader in that way. She because she gives that to people, but she also knows how to back it up, and if she doesn't back it up, she feels very responsible for that. I think that happened towards the end of the year last year. She missed a big free throw, and then she held on to that and really used it to motivate herself to get through the last part of the season, and man, it showed up at the right time when we needed it. But so that's Grace, and we love her. Appreciate everything that she gives this program and to those around her. The trip was fun for an investment of our program, from our community, and also to give the girls some time where it wasn't so intense, because I think that's going to be the biggest adjustment. This is about to get really intense for them, and the upperclassmen have been through it. They understand why. The freshmen don't quite get it yet, and so there's days we mix the teams, there's days that we put the upperclassmen against the freshmen, and I think the biggest thing is to try to challenge each other every day and to try to give each other a dose of what we're about to get into, and it's really hard to replicate. So I think there's a competitiveness that gets between your team, which is what you want. You want a competitive atmosphere, and then you want a group that can also support each other and encourage each other, and also be happy for each other. And that's a fine line in your chemistry to develop. And really, it comes down to the kids. I mean, you're not with them outside of practice, and so they invest each other in there, and then you you hope that they can be competitive and then leave that at the door when they leave. And I think this group does. And so we're just trying to get them ready for, the very first game, the official games. We have 3 scrimmages, and, we've got a month, a little under a month, I guess, to get there. And it's going to be, we're going to need all the days for sure.